Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
Given the fact that I'm in Mexico and we're about to do an episode where the Rangers go to Japan, I feel like we should have done this review yesterday, so then it would be Taco Tuesday.
Goodbye. But I mean, you're right, but still.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. Asada, octopus, yes.
Yeah, but anyways, everyone, welcome to the Morphin Network, where it's Morphin time all the time. I'm your host, Astro Red, and here with me is Kamen Rider Zero, and we will be reviewing Power Rangers Dino Fury, episode 18, Guilt Trip.
Yep, this is episode 18. After this, we only have 4 more episodes to go. Oh man, it's been a long time coming, but at least we're finally getting to where we need to get.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but honestly, I liked this episode. It was funny. But hey, Dr. Akana, how you doing?
you and your indigo obsessions.
Hey, it's Dr. Akana, okay?
Yeah, I know it's Dr. Akana. Hey man, like okay, like so for real though, like I would love it if Dr. Akana got to morph into the Akiba yellow suit from Akiba Rangers, just because 1, Dino Fury, they don't have a Yellow Ranger, and 2, episode 5 of Akiba Ranger. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh Lord, give me strength.
No, that was a great episode though, and this is a great episode of Dino Fury as well. But you know, it's the one weird thing though. It's like they're in Japan. This is the first episode they've done where they're affirmatively in Japan since SPD,
and well, in a different country since Mighty Morphin, because during summer season 3 they filmed it in Australia.
Yeah, but between SPD, there hasn't been another episode where they straight up went to another. Oh wait, actually, New Zealand. They went to New Zealand in Dino Charge, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, the only other time they've been to Japan was in SPD, and that won't happen for another 2 years because 2025.
I mean, that is true.
So either way, the question I have here is, where are the Dom brothers?
I have no idea.
This is a perfectly good episode. Like Mr. Bennett, we love you, but where are the Dom brothers? This would have been a perfectly good opportunity.
For international crossover.
Yeah, like even Dino Force Brave had the Japanese actor from who played Juo Eagle actually show up in Korea to cameo in that episode.
Exactly.
Yeah. Perfectly good opportunity, and it would have especially worked because you know Oni's sister works at a coffee shop and other stuff. But you know, that's not the only superhero time to 2022 reference we're making, because remember, who is the suit actor for Void King? Tom.
But anyways, let's get into the episode. So we start this episode off, you know, with the theme song. Yeah, but you see in the Monster's Lair, you see Void King with the drill key.
Yep.
From the previous episode.
Yep.
And so I guess I guess they're gonna try to use that drill to dig into the Rangers' base.
Yeah. Well, I know that, like, again, not to spoil into future episodes because honor code, but they're banking a lot on this drill as a plot device because, like, we're talking like 3 or 4 episodes of
Exactly.
bad guys going after this one drill that happens to be under the supervision of the Parks Department.
Like,
Mhm.
interesting. Very interesting.
But we do find out that Emperor Grum plagiarized the Sporix because the Void Queen has the same plan that Emperor Grum had. Send a monster to Japan to distract the Rangers.
Exactly. And
But
then, but then, like we fast forward to what Buzz Blast, and you see Ollie and Amelia. Oh, yeah. I know. Y'all people called it. I was rooting for Amelia and Zato. Okay, I was rooting for them.
Leonard still owes money because they still haven't kissed in the show. And you can't use Nickelodeon as an excuse anymore.
Mm-mm. And you see them plan. You see them planning a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yep.
honestly, oh, that's so cute. Nah.
Better question. Where's that trip to?
A haunted house for ghost hunting.
And what's the name of that haunted house?
The Stein. Ooh! Shout
For those
out,
of you who haven't picked up on that reference.
shout out to Power Rangers for having RL for giving a little shout out to RL Stein. Shout
Yeah,
out to you.
especially since Goosebumps and Power Rangers were both in the same TV block on Saturday mornings way back when. Man, Goosebumps is such a classic.
Goose. There's certain Goosebumps used to scare the living crap out of me at one point in my life.
Yeah, no, there were a lot of great episodes, like that 3-part episode with that one dude Carl, where like those 3 kids are like shrunken down into this model city.
I like the mask one.
Oh yeah, the Haunted Masks were all great ones. By the way, for those of you watching right now, we are doing this live. So if you go to the comment section in the chat box and you write down, or down here if you're on mobile on YouTube, if you write down your comments, we'll go through as many of them as possible during our live stream. So our first question to you, our lovely audience. Did you grow up watching Goosebumps back in the day, before it was on Netflix, or back when you had to wake up Saturday mornings to watch it on Saturdays? And if so, what was your favorite episodes of Goosebumps?
I know I grew up on that.
Oh, you know what's another what's another good one? The 2-part episode, A Day in Horrorland.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, where it turns out that like the whole thing was a reality show. Hint, hint. We have another podcast after this.
Oh Lord. But anywho, Dr. Arcana calls. Hi, Dr. Arcana. How you doing?
Hi, Dr. Arcana.
How you doing? and apparently, I guess her data was wrong.
Yeah, because Ollie was supposed to do a simulation of an excavation simulation, and he didn't account for meteorological variables. So that set them back a hot minute. And this is not Ollie at his A game.
Yeah, he's so distracted with having a girlfriend now, bruh. There's more to life than having a girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, look at me. I'm still like doing Morphin Network stuff.
But then one of Dr. Arcana's co-workers or lab partners,
Dr. Ano.
Which honestly, I still think he is a Sentai actor.
Yeah, I mean his IMDb credits don't show any of that. He was in other projects, like he was a gunman in Ghost in the Shell, but no toy credits that I know of. But I'll say this: they could have hired quite a number of Sentai actors. Heck, they could have hired so much. Actually, you know what they could have also done?
What?
They could have gotten Tom out of his costume and appear as a human character.
They could have, but I don't think
Which
they.
means, and if he was, he'd be the first. No, he'd be the second actor to appear in both a Japanese and American tokusatsu property. The first being Yoshi, of course.
Yeah, the first one being Yoshi.
Yeah, the difference is Tom is in Kamen Rider Skits, not Dawn Brothers. By the way, this would have been a perfect opportunity to have a Dawn Brothers crossover. Just saying.
What is with you guys and Dawn Brothers? Like, I'm watching
Excuse me.
it. Honestly, I'm watching it, but it's just,
Really? It's amazing. Like even the filler episodes are bangers.
But anywho, we digress. Her Dr. Arcana's lab partner looks at a video of a yokai, but turns out it's a sports beast. He tries calling Ollie again. Ollie sends his mama straight to voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
And now me personally, I'm looking like, yo, Ollie, listen, I understand you trying to spend some time with your mom, but listen, just come here. Just come here. You do not put your mama on voicemail. You don't do it. No, you do not do it.
Terrible.
And literally, Dr. Arcana had to call Solon, who I don't care what anyone has to say. Solon carries this season of Power Rangers. I don't care. And no.
She is.
The goat.
The goat. Son is perfect. Perfect. Every last minute detail. Perfect.
But anywho, the Rangers teleport to the base. Ollie really doesn't want to go to Japan.
To which I have to say, you don't want to go to Japan. You don't want to go to Japan.
Like, seriously.
Do you know how many Americans? Because I assume that Power Rangers is in America, not in New Zealand, even though it's filmed in New Zealand. Do you know how many Americans would kill to go to Japan right now?
This guy right here, I want to go. Me.
Does this look like something that would be worn by someone who doesn't want to go to Japan?
Okay, so listen, Hasbro, if you watching, could you possibly hook us up with some tickets to Japan? But we digress. So Ion decides, well, Ollie asks Ion to go to Japan because of the food.
Because of the food. They got ramen, they got miso, they got sushi. It's like, oh man, I love ramen and sushi and miso. Actually, I don't know if I like it. I never had it, but I want to try it.
Like, come on. Like, what? Like, come on. Like, who would not want to go to Japan for the food? I want to go.
This is an example of Ravi at his worst. Well, not his worst, second to worst. Top 3 worst Ravi moments from Beast Morphers. From the Boxed In episode.
Yeah, give me a chance to go to Japan. I am gaining a few pounds.
And I'm like, Solon, just saying, I may not be a ranger. I may not have access to the Morphin Grid and therefore cannot teleport. But tell you what, I will go to Japan to investigate that yokai for you. I'll sign whatever hazard, release forms you need me to do to be your scout, but I volunteer as tribute.
Just let me go to Japan because I want the food. Let me go to Japan. I want the food.
So naturally, Ion does volunteer, and he visits Dr. Khan. They go out for a walk, and something fell on Dr. Akana's shoulder, which looks like bird poo, but
it's not. It's actually whipped cream.
Yeah, and she puts it in her mouth, which naturally, Ion has the best reaction.
Ion is like, well,
and then as soon as he turns around, bam,
gets hit with pie. Like honestly,
and then he turns around again and then once more, he's just taking it, man, just taking all that pie.
Like, listen, save some pie for the rest of us. Like, really, save some pie for the rest of us. Like, I don't mind some pie. Do you mind some pie?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on a diet. I am.
Dude, would you? I'm just saying. Would you mind some pie?
I wouldn't if I wasn't on a diet.
But
my favorite is apple. A la mode.
After that, we get a solo fight scene with Ion, and shout out to his actor Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, you killed it. You really killed it.
Yeah, and then the monster just like shoots another pie at Dr. Akana, and
like, listen.
Perfectly matrix past it.
Listen, I understand throwing some pie, but you got to throw the pie at Dr. Akana. Why? Just why? And then we get a solo morph from Ion, which, like I said, Jordan, shout out to you. You did your thing. You did your thing.
You don't often see Ion do solo morphs.
But like your brother, you did your thing. And yes, in case
I'm
anyone
drinking some unsweetened tea right now, but
yes, in case anyone's wondering, I am wearing an Energem and I have a Dino key both around my neck.
Yeah, I got the black Dino key from Dino Thunder.
Too much red energy.
Dino Thunder, power up.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P. JDF.
I think it's funny. Like I always say, like my favorite Ranger is neither JDF nor ASJ because it's JYB. But then like Leo comments, he's like, wait, hold on, you got the green Dino Morpher, you got with the white power coin too. You got the Zeonizer, and you got the Black Dino Thunder Morpher. You sure you're not a Tommy fan?
Exactly. But anywho, Dr. Akana calls the Ranger hotline, and the rest of the Rangers show up in Japan, throwing them hands.
Yeah, and of course even Mucus shows up with a cake, which when I first saw this, I could have sworn said Sregnar Knits because half the letters are backwards, and I'm like, I don't know who Sregnar is, but good on them for taking up knitting. And then I just realized no, that actually says Ranger Stink, but again, a lot of the letters are backwards.
But anywho,
so this is what Scooby-Doo and the 13 Ghosts does to you. You see one episode and you read everything backwards.
But then we get back to Pine Ridge. and
Yep.
and Void King, Scyther, and I forgot the other one.
Wreckmate.
Thank you. Reckoning try to steal the drill, but the key doesn't work. I wonder.
Maybe there's a way the key's supposed to work. Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Yeah, but then after the whole fight and everything else, the Rangers returned to Dr. Arcana's lab, and honestly, Ollie and his Dr. Arcana, hey Dr. Arcana,
Hey.
they kind of have it out like, yo, Ollie's like, listen, I got a lot going on now. I got a girlfriend, but that doesn't.
Wait. You got a girlfriend? You didn't tell me.
First of all, I understand you got a girlfriend, but that's your mama.
Mm-hmm.
What's
First of all, mamas don't appreciate when you don't bring up the fact that you have a girlfriend, much less you get married to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is a Malcolm in the Middle reference.
Yeah. I kind of lived that reference before.
Yeah.
Let's not go
But
there.
yeah, like family obligations come first, and you know what? Girlfriends, especially the keepers, are very understanding of it.
Mm-hmm. So Amelia, being the loving girlfriend that she is, she lets Ollie have it.
It's like, bro, you're lucky you even have a mom.
Exactly. And so Ollie, after talking to I forgot his name again, Dr.
Ano.
Ollie realizes like, yo, I messed up.
Yeah, because turns out it's not just his mom that needs the data. You got a whole team of it. Maybe if you paid attention to yours, you would know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's never just one person doing any kind of project. Whether it's doing an archaeological excavation or it's fighting a group of Sporix, you do it as a team, and you got to do it with respect to one another. And apparently, no one in the team is getting paid until those simulation results are substantial.
Exactly.
Which means Mama Kana can't fund that trip to Stein's Manor until you actually get the accurate data.
Exactly. But then, the mom sugar hits again, but this time he grows.
Yeah. More sporks, but, just like me, they're doing some sightseeing.
Mm-mm.
To which I have to ask, where are the Dom brothers? Like at this point, I have I'm seeing a bunch of henchmen taking selfies in a marketplace, and the first thing that comes to my mind is, and another thing that comes to my mind is, where is this giant palanquin with a motorcycle on top of it, with a guy on top of it laughing with a fan?
Yeah.
You dinosaur people. Time for experiences to be a little bit more peaches and cream.
Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, like I said, they defeat the henchmen, but Sugar Hit grows. So what do the Rangers do? They tell Solon, send the Zord, and Solon's excited like her first transcontinental Zord deployment, and then they deployed the Moza Cosmic Megazord.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
very beautiful.
Honestly, it was on like a few hits, and then they get Zato summons the Mega Fury Saber, and there we go, Dino Fury victory, woohoo, yay!
Yeah, Yeah, it's time to cut the cake.
Now I want either cake or pie. I can't make up my mind.
Honestly, actually, you know what? Let's ask the audience, guys. What do you think Mike should eat for dessert after we finish this podcast? Do you think you should eat cake or pie? And also be sure to comment what kind.
Why you gotta do that to me? But
Because I want to be extra sweet to you today.
but after that, Mucus tries to get the powered up Sporix, but the Rangers beat her to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go back to the lab again. Like all I'm gonna say is this: I want to try some Japanese snacks.
Plenty of Japanese grocery stores in New York.
Where exactly? Because not in my neck of the woods.
I could look some up. I mean, I honestly hang out more in Chinatown than I do in Harlem, but there's actually quite a decent number of Japanese stores in Chinatown. Oddly enough, because I think like whenever like people started immigrating to New York, I think like they just like lumped all of the Asian nationalities into one spot, but because Chinese was the dominant one population wise, they just made it Chinatown and called it a day. In LA, it's like you got Little Tokyo, Chinatown, Koreatown, but so interestingly enough, Little Tokyo has a lot of Koreans, and Koreatown has a lot of Filipinos and Mexicans.
But other than that, Ali and Dr. Arcana. Hey, Dr. Arcana. How you doing? Hey, Dr. Arcana. They actually have another heart to heart, and Ali apologizes. So, and actually, Dr. Arcana actually accepts Amelia as Ali's girlfriend.
Yep.
And so
she would have done it sooner if Ali actually updated his Twitter.
And honestly, the episode ends with where 4 of the Rangers actually have lists of stuff foods they want to try in Japan.
Mochi, udon. Oh, you want some udon, Ion? Well, you know who else wants some udon? Sonoi from Dawn Brothers.
And then after that, that is the end of the episode. But anyways, what was your likes, dislikes, and rating out of 10?
My likes. I love that Ion got to make a lot of good jokes because let's be honest, there are a lot of bad jokes in this episode too. Yeah, and but this episode had some banger ones, so I respect that. And Ion got to have a lot of really good solo scenes in this episode, and so did his Megazord. I love that they, like in all seriousness, I love that they moved the location to Japan because I love seeing the Power Rangers actually travel around. It does like honestly feel weird that like as far like canonically as far as Power Rangers goes, so there's so many cities in California that have Power Rangers, but other cities in other countries don't. Like instead of like for example, like what if Ocean Bluff was in Florida, for example, or like what if Blue Bay Harbor was in New Zealand? What if Briarwood was in Australia? Of course, that wouldn't work because part of the whole Xander plot is the fact that he's from Australia and people make fun of his accent. But I love seeing the Rangers actually travel around because there is a whole world out there that needs saving. You know, and when we did that whole video discussion about Operation Overdrive, I did mention that the one thing that I actually thought that Overdrive did better than Bokenger, and keep in mind, Overdrive is one of my less favorite seasons. Bokenger is one of my most favorite seasons. But one of the things that Overdrive did right compared to Bokenger is that they did better execution on the globetrotting aspect, because they did go canonically to other countries, not just different parts of Japan, different parts of the world. They've been to Egypt, they've been to St. Lucia, they've been to Greece, you know, all sorts of places, and I love it. The two things I didn't like about this episode: one, Ollie's attitude. Boy, better put some respect on your mama.
Mm-hmm.
She brought you into this world. She brought you to Stonehenge, where you met your girlfriend, and she helped you fight Void Knight last season. Respect your mama. You update your Twitter like, where are you? What have you eaten? Are you wearing a sweater? And then the bonus questions: why can't you be more like your brother? And who's the girl?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
That's an old YouTube video, but I still love it to death. Yeah.
What's your rating?
Okay. Before I go into the rating, the other thing I didn't like about this episode, this scene.
Like that is a sterile laboratory.
Exactly.
And yet, I give up.
Exactly. Like you need, like, can you, like, I always make it a point, because keep in mind, I work with kids.
And so do I.
Can't have food in a laboratory setting because it could get cross-contaminated. The food can contaminate any chemicals that might be in the area, and those chemicals can cross-contaminate the food. Like, do you want like some hot Cheetos laced with sulfuric acid? Because I can assure you, that is a different kind of hot Cheetos.
That is one for the explosive variety.
Not necessarily explosive, but let's just say it will burn you, and not the way you want it to burn you.
Exactly.
So, you know, just keep so guys, just be aware. This is the one time, don't follow the Power Rangers example, and don't eat food in a laboratory setting. Like, there are plenty of rooms outside of the workstations that you can eat. I'm pretty sure there's a coffee room where they could eat. You know, just saying. So I give the episode a 9 out of 10, only because that the lab, the disregard to lab safety takes that point off. I take that very seriously.
I have to agree. I have to agree with you. I give this episode a 9 out of 10.
All right. And of course, Leo sent us a pre-recorded message of what he thought of the episode. So we're going to play that right now.
There we go. What's good, everyone? Leo from Morphin Network, aka Papa Fox, Psycho Fox, whatever. Hopefully everyone's having a great day so far. Happy New Year, in case we don't do another episode for Power Rangers until next year. But here's my thoughts on the episode of Power Rangers Dino Fury Season 2, Guilt Trip. While I do appreciate the moral of the story, which is, hey, never forget about your obligations, especially in your relationship. Trust me, I know, I've been there, I go through it still to this day, trying to balance having a relationship, well, being about to get married and stuff with my family and stuff like that. Trust me, I get it, we've all been there. I'm going to say this right now, go Hasbro, for Cosmic Fury, please stop with the puns. This episode was filled with puns, sweet puns, no pun intended, even though that's a pun. So it was an intended pun. I don't want no more pun. I want less puns. Please, for Cosmic Fury, please, less puns. All right, I have my my thing. It's saying that, let's see, I have my heart measure, my heart monitor. Oh dang, I'm going. Okay, now it's going down. Now it's going down. It's at 75. Okay, cool. So, no more puns. Okay, that and one another thing. When you say, "Hey, can I talk to you privately?" You should probably go in another room. Don't just go down the hallway. People can hear you. Trust me, I've been there too. Overall, solid 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this episode. Ion was the business. He was a bad mug in this episode. I appreciate that. Other than that, can't wait for the next episode. If I don't see you guys on the next Dino Fury review, which we're gonna be doing that next year. Happy New Year! I'll be back for Kamen Rider Black Sun tomorrow at whenever we actually address what time we're gonna be doing it tomorrow. So can't wait to talk about Black Sun. I'll see you guys later. Happy New Year, people.
Well, someone really likes to do the hustle. Yeah, like as you guys might have figured out, we do have an irregular schedule this week just because it's New Year's season. Like we're all vacationing in one way or another, but we're still delivering on our content. So consider that to be a special Christmas/New Year present for all of you because we love you guys. You are the reason we have our lights on at the Morphin Network. And well, what did you guys think of the episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What you thought of the moral, the story? What you think of the monsters, etc.? Any opinions you have on it? Let us know in the comment section. We're going to read them to you live. Psycho Orange says, hello, guys. Hello, Psycho Orange. How you doing? Dark Blazing Lion 306 says, hello. Oh, I'm guessing that is very specifically a Power Rangers / Wild Force reference. Winged Wolf 500 says, sup? How you doing, Winged Wolf?
Good.
Ollie is lucky he is able to yell at his mom with no repercussions. Otherwise, they'll be down. Yo. I mean, to be fair, Ollie is a grown adult, unlike Izzy. But
that does not mean.
But still, you should not disrespect your mama.
Listen. Trust me. I'm a grown adult too, but I still gotta respect my parents because at the end, especially my mother, because at the end of the day, that's my mother. I only get one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Jetty Vasquez says, hello, everyone, and live people, including Mike. Oh, looks like you have a recurring fan now. Okay, I give this episode 7 out of 10. That's fair.
That is fair.
Okay, do you guys play Power Rangers Legacy Wars? If you do, who is your main? I have not played that since 2018.
Me neither.
And me personally, I'm not a fan. I'd rather play Battle for the Grid. Just saying. I mean, they're both. I mean, you can't say I'm dissing anyway because anyway does both games. But back then, I would say my main would have been Gold Zeo Jason. Yeah, I would say Zeo Gold Ranger version of Jason. That's probably who I'd go with. I didn't stick around long enough to get Ninjetti Johnny, but if I stuck around long enough to play as Ninjetti Johnny, you best believe I'd make him my main because Johnny's the GOAT. The GOAT!
Goosebumps episode with the
100 man shouldn't have to play board game. Oh, I love that one. You know what's weird? What's weird? Like when I first saw Azim from Megaforce, I honestly thought he looked like the boy from that episode of Goosebumps.
Oh my
because
God.
of the hair. And when I rewatched the episode on Netflix, I'm like, damn, that kid really does look like Azim.
But anyways, thank you for the comments, and we love you all. So, Boken, even though you're on vacation, where can they find you at?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto, and you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto, where, once I get back to the United States and and it'll be January. I will get back to regular Twitch streaming. And where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at RedRanger2134 and on Twitch at Red Falcon 347.
Nice. Yes, and of course, if you love our content right here on the Morphin Network, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon because the Sporks Beasts like to redirect the YouTube algorithm in any which way they want, and ding the bell icon is the perfect Ranger hotline to watch our latest episodes and episodes of yesterday, week, year, etc., such as our past episodes of Dino Fury. If you we also do Kamen Rider Geeks, which the next episode we do will be in approximately 30 minutes from now.
So
At 6:15 Eastern Standard Time, 3:15 Pacific Time. I'm still trying to get used to like the whole time zone thing because right now you and I are time zone bros.
but anyways, we want to wish you guys a very happy New Year. Hug the people you love the most, and always respect your parents, people. Always respect your parents.
Always respect your parents.
Okay.
Because
sorry, what
they're
happened?
always here for you.
Yep, and this has been the Morphin Network signing off. Love, peace, and chicken grease. We love you all. Happy New Year. And also next Thursday, I will not be on because next Thursday is my birthday.
All right. And there you have it. We'll see you guys in 30 minutes when we do Kamen Rider Geeks episode 16. And this guy will be switched out for the other guy from New York. I'm joking. But for real, though, we'll have a great one, everyone. Bye.
Ah.